over. Hey, Facebook. Let's see how I can. Okay. Happy Friday. This is going to be a really good conversation. I am really excited about this. Oh, okay, deep breath. So, there's a lot going on right now. There is a lot of emotions. There is a lot of theories. There's a lot of um, kind of pain coming to the surface right now. And, regardless of what we are looking at in this space, light is pouring onto the world. So the darkness is literally being exposed for us to see. And, all the feelings are going on right now. Like literally, there's so many feelings going on. However, know that the light has already won. This is a war on consciousness. This is a war. This is a silent war, and it's already been won. Okay, but the things have to play out this way. Okay, Earth is going through a complete rebirthing process, and through that, we are literally creating a new world. So these old paradigms, these systems, these old three-dimensional realities that we were living in are crumbling. Okay, they're falling apart, and as humans we are evolving through this, and we have awakened to the point that it can't be stopped. Humanity is on track. Like we're going for it. Ascension is happening, the awakening is happening. Okay, however, this looks like a shit show right now. Okay, it's going to look like a shit show. um so because what we are experiencing right now is the play out of many different timelines. Okay, many different perceived realities that are happening right now, many different perceived emotions. Okay, so we have people that are awake, and they're like, let's go, let's go, let's go, we're ready, let's speed this thing up because we know how this ends. And then we have people that are dragging their feet because they're clinging onto their comfort zone no matter how deceiving it may be. And we have to just realize that and be open to understanding that there are a lot of different situations right now that are playing out. Okay, and that this is a divine plan. This is not an accident. And these old systems of government, of sick care, of big pharma, of our food industry, they have to be exposed, because it's almost impossible to completely create a new system before you expose the complete corruption of the current one. So right now we are experiencing this on all levels, guys. This is what 2020 is about. It's 2020 vision. Okay, this isn't the end of the world, and I know it can feel like that for so many because we are feeling that within ourselves. This is a battle that we need to be fitted, that we don't need to be, fighting on the outside. We need to be fighting internally, because the sooner that we move through that, and the sooner that we recognize all of these fucking emotions that are coming up, good, bad, all the things, we acknowledge them and we are taking care of them, the faster this process moves. Okay, and that's why it has sped up so fast just within the last 6 months. I know that some of you might be sitting there thinking, that's impossible. How is that even like a thing? But it's true. Okay. So these old systems are being dismantled and new systems are being put into place in every single area of our life, guys. I promise. So for those of us, who already know, we've been playing in this arena for a while. This is nothing new. So, for us that are aware of, in a wake of, sorry guys, aware and awake of the end game of what is happening here, you know, we have to remember to hold space for those that are not there yet. Okay. There are going to be people. Sorry, guys. Oh my God. I think my water's empty. Oh my God. Okay. There are going to be people who are not going to understand the bigger picture yet, because they are still vibrationally in alignment with the old system. So, the old system supports manipulation. Okay. It supports manipulation. It supports control. It supports division. You know, when and it's easy to be perceived as it is fixing a system. Okay. It's not fixing the system. Okay. They have to be exposed. So, those people that are still vibrationally in alignment. Oh my God. Those people that are still vibrationally in alignment with that old system, you know, um, it's easy to sell those people an entitlement package when they feel like, I swear I'm not crying, when they feel like they need it, because that is what they've been manipulated to believe. Okay. But your power is easily given away to an outside source when you do this. Okay. Hang on one second, guys. Let me get some water. Okay. I'm better. Wow. Okay. Anyways, so whenever we are these people that play in the old system, their power is easily given away to other people, and to people outside of them instead of going within and harnessing that power that we have inside of ourselves. Okay, and that's what this is all about. So when we when we are participating in these lower vibrations, such as fear, such as hate, such as shame, such as division, our mind is constantly contracting and our perception of reality gets smaller and smaller. So that we're more likely to accept what we are told, no matter what it is. Okay. And the battle, these people battle those, around us because they take it personally whenever whenever you have people that are standing up and going the other way. So people who are thinking differently appear to be a threat to them only because those people in the lower vibrations are so closed-minded. Okay. So us people who are seeking truth, who are going after and expanding past what we are being told, they think we're threatening them. They think that this is, a direct attack against them, and it's not. It's not. So when we start to evolve, and we choose to challenge our current thought patterns and choose to think that there are other thoughts out there. We ask things like this: am I willing to entertain the thought opposite of what I believe? Could it be true? Does somebody gain something from me believing something to be true? Does what I believe support me in continuing my growth and self-leadership and freedom? Or does it support a system that is falling apart? Why does someone that believes the opposite of me have that belief? And this is a big one, okay? Instead of having people come at you and backlash at you because of you have an opinion, they need to stop, they need to pause and ask themselves, why are these people thinking this way? That is how the people that are truth seekers have gotten to the point where they are. We are not here judging people that think differently, okay? The people that are not willing to think differently are the ones judging us, okay? And it's easy to see. And the other question would be, you know, what do I notice about the energy of the character who holds those beliefs? So these people that are coming at you on social media, that are even maybe family members, that are going against and just completely trying to bring you down. You have to really look at, what does their life look like? What are they emitting the vibration that you want to emit? And the answer is 99% going to be no. Okay. When we are able to step back and challenge our thinking, we enter into expansion. I'm going to take another drink before I enter into a whole nother coughing spell here. Okay. So when we enter into expansion, remember, light is information and darkness is the absence of it. Most people want to stay in the dark because they don't want to know. It's just like, for example, people that have, a chronic illness, or they don't want to go to the doctor because they don't want to know. They're afraid of what's going to happen next after they find out. Okay. What's going to happen if they challenge what they've been told their entire life? They're going to feel like their life was a lie, and then they're going to have to change their system. They're going to have to change their beliefs. They're going to have to do something different. They're going to have to take responsibility of their life. Most people don't want to do that. Most people would rather have other people tell them what to do and just be mediocre, live life lukewarm. And I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to be an example of someone who is going to just accept the information that is given to me. And a lot of us, and you know who you are, people that are resonating with this right now. Some of us have had our wake-up call on 9/11. Some of us have had our wake-up call when we had kids. That's when I had mine. Some of us have had our wake-up call just this past year in March. And sometimes it's been a gradual process. So it's really important that as this awakening process happens, we have to hold the light for those people that are still in the dark. And here's why. Because these people that are battling you right now are going to be looking to you for guidance when they don't know what the fuck to do. When all this shit comes down and as things are coming to light, they have been. But everybody has different trigger points. Okay, not everybody has kids. So nobody, thinks that let's look at the medical field and what their agenda is. Not everyone's doing that. That's not everybody's wake-up call. Not everyone's paying attention to politics, although it's really hard to do not, right? It's really hard to not right now, right? But that's not everybody's wake-up call. So everybody's wake-up call is going to be different. And we don't know what it is for everyone else. It's not our job to know. It's our job to be there and hold the light for whenever it is. Because they are going to come to you for guidance. They're going to remember that you weren't battling them back when they were coming at you and throwing daggers at you. Guys, it happens to me all the time. This is nothing new, okay? It's happening to millions and millions of people right now. And it's only because of this process. So when we play a part in the new system, we come from a place of compassion and a place of love. That's what exists there in this new world, okay? And freedom, complete freedom, okay? So which is not easy to explain to someone who has never experienced the source of it. Whenever you don't know that you are able to embody complete freedom just by going within, people that have not experienced that are never going to understand, what this new world is like. Okay, they just haven't experienced it yet. And they have to be willing to experience it. So, I am someone that does not even bother spending time fighting the old. As I watch this stuff crumble in every area of our life right now, okay, in our medical systems, in our government systems, in our monetary systems, it's crumbling. And I'm not even worried about trying to fight and hold it together, like in my mind and all the things. There's no reason to do that. In my mind, there's no reason to do that because, as an individual, I'm an activator. It is very easy for me to step into the future and start to create and live before anyone else does. Okay, and get to know that's my playground. I'm getting to know what is being created for us. What is new? What is going on and what does this mean for everyone? Okay. Um it's something that I do before it's the popular thing to do. And in all reality, I am naturally drawn to doing the unpopular thing. And I used to think that this was something that was odd, something that was, because not many people are doing it, right? However, it was a gift. It is a fucking superpower to be able to do that. Because I'm telling you right now, to be able to move through the waves that come at you when you are doing this, you have to be resilient. You have to be, or you will crumble and fall right back into the old paradigm. Okay. And you need strength to be able to get there. And you have to heal yourself to be able to get there. Okay. So, you know, I show up from that space. So a lot of times people are like, what the fuck is she talking about? It doesn't, you know what I mean? It's not resonating with them yet, and it's not supposed to, but it will. And in doing that comes with a shit ton of judgment, a shit ton of backlash, and a lot of being misunderstood. Okay. I've had people tell me that I was going to ruin my life if I continued on this path. Like, okay. All right. All of it, not true. However, to them in their minds, it is because you are stepping out of their comfort zone that they have in their mind, and they don't trust it. They don't trust you because you are chartering into uncharted territory that their brain wouldn't even think of going. So, I've let go of that a long time ago. I've let go of the fear of being judged, the fear of being criticized, and all of that holds us back. It holds us in those lower vibrations that are, um, you know, propelling us, that are not allowing us to propel into the awakening process. So you have to let go of that fear, that judgment, that shame of being anything but who you are. Okay. And you have to let go of the fact that you feel like you need to defend yourself 24/7 to be who you are. And we're seeing that right now on a really big level. People feel the need to defend who they are and why they are the way they are, and the systems that make them feel like they need to continue to defend that. Okay. What's going to happen is as we enter into this new world, people are going to start just being themselves. Nobody's going to fucking care. Nobody is going to give you any type of grief about it, because the only thing that ever cared was the system. Okay. The old system is the only thing that ever gave a shit about you defending who you were. Okay. People don't. Okay. We're not like that. So whenever you believe in a system that is creating you to think a certain way, it's going to be a rocky ride, and they're going to come at you whenever you are trying to pull people into the future. Not anyone is even trying to pull people into your future, but you're future pacing people just by being who you are. That is what I do. I future pace people just by being where I am, because I'm already living in there. Okay. I'm already living in the new, right? I don't focus on the old, but people take it personally. So that's why we're having this battleground right now, and some resist this to the full degree, because they resist the change that needs to occur within themselves. And resisting and equals out to be blaming outside forces for their problems and giving their power away to outside authority when it comes to finding solutions. Look at what we are going through right now. Okay, look at the medical system being completely fucking dismantled. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. 4 years ago, whenever I started waking up and realizing what the fuck was going on in that system, I said, mark my words, within 5 years that Big Pharma will be down. It will be gone. I said it with such conviction. And I wish I had it on recording, to be honest, but my husband remembers exactly when I said it. And I would say that to other people, and they would laugh at me and tell me that's a pipe dream. That's never going to happen. We are watching it happen right now. Okay. I am highly connected to my intuition. I have been for a long time. We all have that ability. Okay. And whenever we are connected to our intuition, we do not need outside sources to tell us what to think, what to be, what to do, what to have. This is the biggest power that we have inside of us, and it is being suppressed. Okay, this is why this is a war on consciousness. Because whenever we harness that power within ourselves, we don't need anything else outside of us to tell us what we're doing with our life, how we are supposed to think, how we are supposed to feel. This is it. This is the big awakening. Okay, we will not need our medical system to tell us how to be healthy. We will not need our medical system to tell us that we need outside intervention to tell us what is going to make us healthy. We're not going to need our food system, our broken food system. We need a food system. We don't need a food system filled with toxins to keep our consciousness suppressed, because yes, that is what happens, believe it or not. And most people think that it's just the normal way of life. Having toxins in your food is normal because they grew up that way and they're fine. Let me tell you, they're not fine. Okay? Why is cancer? Why is all these, diseases running rampant? You have to ask these questions. You cannot accept it as normal. You have to ask these questions. Whenever you ask these questions, you start the expansion process in your mind. And once you expand, you cannot go back. So, whenever people want to resist this, this is not how the new world looks. These people are fighting a battle that needs to be fought in themselves first. And it's in order for them to see things through a clear perspective, free of trauma and pain, that we have all been fed. And when we do this, we are able to step into the new world and accept it. So there is a lot invested in you not powering up right now. Be a disruptor and do the things they are not anticipating you to do. Most people can't even handle the truth that is within themselves, let alone seek the truth in the outside world. So this keeps them trapped in a system of lower vibrations, and they keep their narrative alive by continuously trying to drag people down to their level of thinking and feeling. And it's not going to work anymore. This is what sets the truth seekers apart from the matrix. The truth seekers expand while the others seek to contract. They will bring down anyone that disrupts their system internally and externally. And their system externally supports their system internally. And it's falling apart. So, it's important to observe this. Observe as people who are future pacing, of people who already know the outcome of this. The truth seekers, also known as not fucking conspiracy theorists. Okay? That is a part of the old system that was created so that you didn't get to this point. So that you didn't get to the point of founding the power that was within yourself. Okay? That is what that is. Take down the wall that you have and ask the hard fucking questions. That is the only way you are going to move forward. And I'm not saying that in a harsh way. I'm actually saying this in a really loving way. Okay? In a loving way that everybody deserves to feel the freedom that I feel on the inside, that a lot of other people feel on the inside. And that is the only way to get there. So observe what is pulling your energy. Check in with yourself and go inward. Settle inward. Do not take all of your energy, and this is what they want. This is what they want. Okay. These people that are attacking you because they want your energy. They don't like the fact that you are high vibe, that you are living in these higher vibrations. It's the dark trying to literally pull back and cover up the light. And observe all the outlets that you're receiving negative energy, okay? And that you are giving negative energy to. These people that are scrolling on social media and just fighting these people, these truth seekers, these people bringing this stuff to light, I don't understand how they have any energy left. Okay. But they are operating in a system that fuels negative energy. Point blank simple. It's that simple. Okay. We all know who they are. We all have them on our Facebooks. If you're watching this, you most likely do because you're open and you understand that there is a bigger picture happening here. Again, we have to hold the space for those people whenever they wake up to what is going on. Okay. So, make sure you are not responding to this type of energy. This can be draining to fight back all of these people who are constantly poking at your social media, trying to bring you down. That is their objective, guys. They want your fucking energy. Don't give it to them. This one, you have to make sure that you're not responding to the energy that you don't want to live in. Okay. And if you no longer want to live in that energy, don't give it any second of your time. Okay. This will get easier as you go and you become, and this will become more irrelevant. Okay. Guys, I have people comment on my stuff all the time. Okay. I don't respond back. There's no need to. Okay. I am here setting an example of what happens when you harness your fucking power. Not whenever you sit there on Facebook and you battle every single person and want to have these debates. It's not, connect with the people that you connect with. Fuel that good fucking energy and those good vibrations of, you know what, guys, the light has already fucking won. This is where we are headed. Fuel that energy. Don't fuel the energy of what has already passed. People are fighting that battle within themselves, and nothing you say or do is going to flip that switch right away. It's not going to happen. And especially if it comes through a attack, as they're going to feel attacked. No matter how loving, guys, I have been, I have at first, I did this once. I responded to a negative attack that came at me because it was someone that was really close to me. I responded in a very loving way, as in, you know what? We're able to have two different opinions. No, no, you're not. So, and you guys know what I'm talking about, right? You guys know that these people that are so locked into those lower vibrations, they're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to have an opinion as long as it doesn't go against what they think. Okay. It's just the system that they are trapped in right now. Okay. So, I'm going to take another drink of water here. There's a huge pull forward when we are tapped into our intuition. And it naturally guides us to the truth. We don't have to try to belittle anybody else to find it. And in that space, we have this unwavering faith of the new world that is being birthed because we're already living there. We already see it. We don't see things from a damaged perspective. Years ago, whenever I started my healing journey, I was seeing things as everything was an attack on myself. Everything anybody said I took personally, and I immediately felt that like, oh wow, that was rude. I would just feel like it was just a personal attack because I was feeling it through a level of pain that I had. And as you heal, you let go of that because you realize it has nothing to do with you. You don't take things personally anymore. And it is a beautiful thing, and it is a huge sense of freedom. And looking at this new world, it's uncomfortable for a lot of people. However, for us that are already there, it's a lot more uncomfortable to look at to stay focused on systems that are not going to be a part of it. Okay. And as we watch this, obviously in our 3D reality here, we are watching, all of this. We're watching the government fall apart. Okay. We're watching the medical system fall apart. And it feels incredibly real because it's in our faces, right? But whenever you are able to look forward through a fifth dimensional perspective, it's not so real. And it's easy to see the crumbling that is happening. So you have to stay focused on being your own leader and accept as much change as you can. The faster you can shift, the faster these miracles and these aha moments and this holy shit moments happen in your life, and you are able to get to that new place. So you have to stop participating in the lower vibrations. And that the only way to do that is to question everything. Question, and you have to start by questioning yourself. So when we, again, when we operate from our intuition, we do not need outside sources to tell us what to do, what to be, what to think, who to attack on social media, who to start a debate with. We don't need that. There's no point. Everyone is allowed to view things through their own perspective right now. And, as we watch people do that, again, just hold the light. Don't attack. Don't, you know, it's easy to do that because right? We know when we're connected to our intuition, we know the truth. But relaying that to someone who is not even remotely tapped into their intuition, it's never going to resonate. So that's why you have to stay in your lane. Those of us who know intuitively within ourselves why we were put here right now, to be leaders for this new world that is being created. We're here to tell everyone else that it's going to be okay. No matter how bad it looks right now, it's going to be okay. There are many pioneers in this new world eager to show you the way. But we are not here to convince you. We are not here to shove it down your throat. We are not here to preach to you. We are here to be an example. And that's it. If you resonate with it, that's wonderful. If you're open, that's another step. But if you're going to sit here and throw daggers at us, then you're not ready. You're not ready to be there. You're not ready to step out of the lower vibrations and into the higher ones. Here's what I tell you. The higher ones are a lot nicer. Okay, people here we get along. Again, we come from a place of love and compassion. And once you're here, you realize nothing is personal. People are colorblind. There's not this division at all. There is no division. So, for those of you that are on the journey and that are open to the journey, this is going to be worth the wait that you are going on right now watching this 3D, matrix crumble. And don't allow the unknown to consume you. Don't allow it to control you. Look inward and get excited. And start to think about what is actually possible. This is so much bigger than any of us can even grasp right now. I've been in the spiritual world for quite some time, and this is bigger than even I can grasp sometimes. So it's time to stop looking to these false Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh. Role models that were put into the 3D matrix. Example celebrities. They are put in place for one reason and one reason only. Okay. And it is not for your benefit. And it might be really hard for a lot of people to grasp that. But the truth is, it's a distraction from finding the real role model, which is in yourself. And your higher self has everything, everything, all of the answers. Guys, I don't have to look at the news to know what's going on. I have a conversation with my higher self. Once you develop a strong relationship, because you will have physical proof in your reality as you develop a relationship with your intuition. You don't need outside sources to confirm shit. And eventually you'll have confirmational proof. You'll have proof. You will have physical proof in your reality. And that is where how I've gotten to the point today where I am with my intuition, because I've had so much physical proof, right? I have a really good relationship with it. I am tapped in, tuned in, turned on to it, as a lot of people are. Okay. And a lot of these people that are, you know, are that way have been outlawed as, again, conspiracy theorists. What's the other word? Um, like woo, like they're just completely out there, right? There's a whole world inside of you waiting for you to tap into. And until you let go of this false reality that we have all been fed, you're not going to find it. So this is not what we are seeing right now. People want to sit there and, again, in the 3D world, you want to fight and believe that this is a Republican versus Democrat battle. That this is a vax and anti-vax battle. You see all of the division being created, that this is a white versus black battle. Okay, it is all an illusion, because in reality, in with our higher selves, there is that it's strictly good and evil. That's all it is. And tapping into those, um, you know, that constant stream of thought that is available to you, to be able to show you that love, compassion, that's what's there. That love is the highest vibration. And here, again, we're not fueling the division. We're not fueling the thought that, one person's better than the other just because of XYZ. It's not, it's just not there. Love encompasses all. So again, this is just a process that needs to happen. And it's happening. And nothing's going to stop it. Humanity is so awake, and you see that happening. You see people questioning, well, everything, because as we are told and manipulated to not think for ourselves, there are still some people out there that think that no, there's two types of people out there. There are people that think that the government is protecting them, and there are people that think for themselves. Truth bomb right there. There are people that are buying into that, social media is protecting them by not showing them false information. Seriously. Because they don't feel like you have the power within you to decide what is real and what is not. They want to decide that for you. They want to take your power away. That's why this is a war on consciousness. Because when people are sleeping, it is easy to pursue with their agenda. And it's, again, hard for people to grasp whenever they are in these lower vibrations. But that is what has been happening, and that is what has been falling apart. So, as you know, someone who is a free thinker, a truth seeker, who does not accept the social conditioned lie that we are all being fed. Okay, I'm not playing a part in that system. I have found much truth, much freedom, and a huge sense of fucking peace that most people don't have right now. So that is what is waiting for you on the inside. Okay. And again, I am not new to being, a part of the unpopular opinion. So it doesn't bother me. It literally does not bother me when people, are thinking differently. People are allowed to do that. Again, you have to hold space and understand that people are viewing these situations from the level of pain that they have. And that could be 10 levels deep. And they're feeling it to their core. So instead of going inward, they project it outward again. And most of them take it out on social media, people. That's just an outlet for them because they don't know what to do. They're not fully healed. So now this takes me into another conversation that I had with one of my good friends the other day. People are living, there's a lot of people living in fear right now of um, what is to come after this is said and done with. And as someone who was living there, you guys, I'm not immune to fear. I dissect fear because I don't want to live there. So, years ago, as I was dissecting a lot of fear that was being thrown at me, I found the plan, we'll call it, the agenda that was a part of what we are going through right now. You're probably, people don't really want to see that there is good and evil. They want to see most of just, again, they're taking it personally. But when you look at this from a bird's eye view, you can see that this is a war on this is good and evil. Okay. Um, so there are things like, New World Order. There are things like the Great Reset. There are things like what's the other one? The all the debt forgiveness and all that shit that are a part of a bigger agenda of the dark. And um, then there is a plan of the light. So there are two plans here, guys. There are two resets. I'm going to give you a hint as to which one wins. We are watching the dark one being dismantled right now. The new reset is Nasara Jasara. It is the QFS system. It is the RV. And it's different. It's not the same. Okay, so, um, the way that I found this out was, again, dissecting the fear and knowing who is playing which side. Until we go inward and we dissect things, we're going to live in that emotion. When we live in that emotion, we create more of that in our reality. Okay, we manifest whatever we're feeling and thinking dominantly. So if our dominant vibration is fear, we're going to manifest fear in our physical reality. If our dominant vibration is peace, we're going to manifest that in our reality. Okay, so this works both ways. Um, So just know that if you are a part of the people that are, you're unsure. I was unsure. I didn't know at first that there was who was trying to kill us. I knew who was trying to kill us. Um, but what is on the other side of that? So again, people, whenever they are living in that lower vibration, they easily get pulled into the fear. and and they're easily able to accept help, we'll call it, from people that aren't really that do not have your help in their best interest. Okay, so that was the plan of, again, war on consciousness. The more that they can make you contract your mind, the easier it is for them to, indoctrinate you into a system that benefits them. The more you expand your mind and go beyond, that low vibration, the less control they have over you. And this is big. So as we enter into this new world, as you see things pop up, such as, NESARA, QFS, RV, all of this stuff, those are things in line with the light. And I'll tell you why. Here's the money system is being collapsed right now. It has been. But if you're new to this, um, it's I learned this, back in March from a spiritual coach, many spiritual coaches actually. That there is a whole new abundance grid that is literally encompassing Earth right now, and the wealth is being redistributed. So, and I'm not saying you're going to see that right this second, but it's unfolding. So these things are in line with the light. The things that are not, again, is the New World Order, Agenda 21, Agenda 30. Guys, this stuff is not conspiracy shit, okay? Do your fucking research. Okay, don't take my word for it. You don't have to take my word for anything. The whole point of what is going on right now is to become critical thinkers, to think for yourself. When we think for ourselves, we open up a door, okay, to a whole new world, which is where we are headed. I'm just here to tell you it's going to be okay. And to be an example, I am not going to debate you in my comment section. I am not going to respond to any of the crap. Okay, most of us, we're not. There's no point. Um, you know, it's easier for people, if they don't resonate with what you're saying, just unfollow them. It's that simple. Um, so as just keep this in mind as you watch. Again, these old systems fall apart. It's not going to look pleasant. It's going to look like a shit show. And if you're a lot of people are going to take it personally. And that's just, it has to play out this way. People have to be shown firsthand so that new systems can be implemented that are in line with the light. And as that's a hard thing for people to grasp, it's going to happen and it's going to be okay. So, okay, I'm out of water and I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about. But the bottom line is, just hold space. Hold space for those that are coming at you. Hold space for those that are not ready to hear the information that you are sharing. It's okay. It's okay. We are not here to go back to those lower vibrations. So just keep holding the space. And as we do this one by one, and guys, it's happening we see the world. Okay. When you look at the shaman resonance on the world and the vibration of the planet, it is fucking amazing. And it is just social proof that people are waking up and people are stepping into the light and they're no longer being anchored in the dark forces. They're just not. So whenever you look at that from a very spiritual perspective, um, it's just a big like confirmation that this is really great. So, all right. I am happy I got to share this with you guys. It's been on my heart. It's been something that I have been led to share, led to, intuitively guided to pass on. So feel free to share this. Feel free to whatever, just share it and let people know it's going to be okay. All right. I will talk to you guys later.